Good
Shoimanti,
afternoon, ma'am. Yes,
yeah, good
ma'am.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, friends. I'm Shrimanti Pal, and today, as our Preetha stated, our topic is zero. Okay, so, is it possible to get something from nothing? This is the story behind the invention of zero. But zero is actually a number that wasn't a number. In fact, it was much less than a number until uh, invented. Today we enjoy zero in all its glory, where it takes on two roles. The first role is as a placeholder. Zero notes an absence of value and allows us to create huge numbers. For example, the 30 is larger than 3 and 300 is larger than 30 and 3. Zero allows us to create huge numbers without the need to create new digits. And next come the second use of zero is as a number in its own right. Zero is holds the middle position between the positive numbers and the negative one, and enjoys all the benefits of other numbers. And with that we can uh, add, subtract, and multiply, but we can't divide, as we know that dividing by zero poses to is results to infinity. And next, I would like to state the importance of zero in mathematics. In mathematics, earlier mathematics was the practical desire was to count things such as the passage of days and quantity of chickens. To manage this, ancient civilizations developed rudimentary number systems. For example, the Babylonians used two symbols in different arrangements to create unique numbers, and the ancient Greek and the Mayans also developed their own number system, and all of these civilizations thought to have created their own rough concept of zero as a placeholder.
Hmm.
After that, in 7th century, Indian mathematician Brahmagupta developed the term zero.
Hmm.
And over the next 400 years, as the mathematicians evolved from practical applications to even more abstracted functions, zero would form the heart of calculus. Calculus allowed anyone to break dynamic systems into smaller and smaller units, but they avoided the trap of dividing the zero. As we know, as I have stated earlier, that dividing zero it tends to infinity. That
Hmm.
problem was cunningly avoided. From this, we can say that zero has now become a celebrated tool in the mathematical NSL, and now, as the binary numerical systems form the foundation of modern computer programming, and so zero has now stepped into the limelight to prove its worth. And so it seems after all this, it was finally possible to get something from nothing. That was the question for that is the story behind the invention of zero. So that's all, and I would like to hear from others.
Very good, Shoimanti. Okay, Sanghita
Thank
Bhattacharjee.
Good afternoon, everybody present over here. Today, I, Sangeeta Bhattacharjee, is going to speak on the topic zero to continue our GD. So, when we say zero, a picture comes into our mind. That zero means nothing. But as earlier Shoimonti said, that if we continue to add zero after a certain digit, then it will turn into an amount which will rather make us say happy. Even with zero, the entire branch called mathematics came into play. Even in universities like Oxford and Cambridge, there is a week zero before the actual starting of the lectures of that term. And I would like to add that even during the placements, there is a day called day zero. We often ask how many companies came in day zero. Apart from that, zero has proved its significance in the field of mathematics, as I said earlier. In all, zero lies in the heart of science, engineering, and mathematics. Life without zero thus seems to be incomplete. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Shaista Shams.
Good afternoon, ma'am,
Yeah, good
and
afternoon.
my fellow speakers. I'm Shaista Shams from EC final year, and thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity today to let me speak on zero. As fascinating as a topic that is, I have heard all of my previous speakers, and they have so rightly pointed out all the importance of zero, its origins, and all the fields zero has found a great use in. um, and from what I heard, from what all of us heard, we think I think we can all say that without zero, modern electronics wouldn't exist. Without zero, there would be no calculus, so no modern engineering, neither automation. So, to put it once and for all, without zero, much of our modern world would literally fall apart.
Hmm.
And a great scientist had once said that humanity's discovery of zero was a total game changer, equivalent to us learning language. That's a bold statement to make, but from what we have heard today, I think we can all agree that it is quite true. However, what's surprising to me is despite being so much in use and like Prithviraj pointed out, it is the lowest as well as the a point of infinity in the number system, and
Hmm.
yet we do not often, in fact, we never encounter zero in nature. Numbers like 1, 2, 3, we can see them all the time. We can see one light bulb on. We can hear two beeps from a car horn, but never zero. It's like it's in the mind, but not in the sensory world. And
Hmm.
yet, zero is almost everywhere in use. In fact, we can use the concept of zero to derive all the other numbers in the universe. Like we have the classic experiment by Robert Kaplan, who also wrote a book on zero and is also a very established um, professor from Harvard, where he took a large empty box that actually symbolizes zero, and then he put another empty box in it. Now, that large empty box has one object in it. Again, we put another empty box inside, so now it has two objects in it. That's how we derive all the counting numbers from nothing, from zero. And like Semanti also talked about zero being called a placeholder digit, I think there too, in a way, it is used to represent the absence of a digit in a string of numbers. Like, for example, let's take a number 105. The zero in this case stands for there is nothing in the tens column, and that helps us to understand that this number is 105 and not 15. So I feel we can say that zero is kind of an abstraction and also a reality at the same time, and the modern world cannot do without it. That's an idea I would like to contribute to the discussion. And thank you so much for taking the time out to hear me. And thank you, ma'am. I would like to pass on the discussion to the next speaker. Thank you.
Very. Next is Sharon Shinjini. That's the very well like constructed speech. Okay, keep it up.
Thank
Next
you,
is
ma'am.
Sharon Shinjini. Sharon Shinjini. Sharon there? Yes. Just speak a bit loudly. I think your the volume is turned a bit low. Just turn it up. Yes, Sharon, you are audible. You can start. But speak a bit loudly, Sharon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. and everyone present here. Myself, Sharon Sanjani, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts on the topic zero. As few of my fellow friends have already spoke about the history of zero and that how it was discovered and who discovered it and its significance in many contexts such as in mathematics. Of course, it means without zero, mathematics cannot be defined, and other contexts as well, such as its significance in digital electronics and their own perspectives also about zero. Uh, Talking about the perspective, yeah, I would like to refer zero as the origin, a point between negativity and positivity, the origin of new thoughts, works, and means words, and finally actions brought about this point. Means this is the point where human decides to means finally make a change from negativity to positivity in their lives. Um, that's all from my side. Thank you, ma'am.
But Sharon, you are supposed to speak at least for everyone. This is applicable for everyone. All of you are supposed to speak at least 5 minutes on the topic. So such small, like if you do not have the proper content, and if you speak for this less, marked down. So would you like to try once again, Sharon?
Ma'am, if I try it once again, I will just cover up the same points or more or less same what the other members have already spoke. Would you
More or
like to
less same.
hear that? I will, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that more or less same. It's different. Okay, I can. That last week only I said the same thing. No, your
Yes, yes, ma'am.
concept can be more or less same. Okay, because the concept should not change. But your point of view based on the concept needs to be original. You cannot repeat exactly what Prithviraj said or what Shoimanti said or what Shaista said. I am saying you cannot, you can definitely draw reference from their point of view and you can add your own concept to that. That is what is GD. I'm not asking you to like create some new concept. Concept will remain the same because you cannot change the concept, right? Like the points that they had already spoken. What you can do is you can incorporate your own views to that. There lies how you are being more creative, how you are changing the content, how the news channels do that. When there are like a trending news going on, you have seen every news channel gives the same news, right? You have seen all
Yeah,
of you
yes, ma'am.
when Sushant Singh Rajput case was at the trending scenario, every news channel was covering what Riya Chakraborty is doing, what Sushant's family is doing, but they had their own style of presentation. Facts will not change. Why I'm telling you this example in order to make the concept clear to you. The facts will remain the same, but your presentation is what will give you a better edge as compared to others. Understood? If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
try once again, Sharon, because you spoke for a very less number of time, for which if I mark you, I will have to mark you low. If you want, you can once again speak.
Yes, ma'am. I will speak once again. Good afternoon, everyone present here. Myself, Sharon Sinjani. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts on the topic zero. As my fellow friends have already spoke about the history of zero and how it was discovered and its significance in mathematics, that zero is a number which can be used as a placeholder to add value to a number.
Hmm.
It plays a diversion between positive and negative number on a number line, and without zero, mathematics cannot be defined. It is also interpreted as void or negligible
Hmm.
and point of origin on a scale. In other contexts, it like computer science, computer can means Computer are made to understand only two digits. That is 1 and 0. 1 represents true and 0 represents false. Using only these combinations, means multiple ones and zeros, the empire of computers is established. In clocks also, 0 is also means it is used in 24 hours clock format. It denotes the beginning of the day. And there are many other contexts which we can talk about 0, but if we talk about perspective, then I would like to refer 0 as the origin, a point between negativity and positivity. The point means the origin of new ideas and thoughts and words, which can finally bring actions about this point. This is the point where means a human decides to finally make a change from negativity to positivity in their lives. Means when they are there is ups and downs in everyone's lives. When somebody is falling down or some scenario, some that life, and if they collect themselves and gather themselves and force themselves to uplift their thoughts and mindset and work accordingly and rise towards the positivity, at least they reach the origin, then that situation can be referred as 0 in my perspective.
Okay, good.
That's all from my side. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh,
And thank you everyone for listening me this patiently. And let's hear it about others and their perspective.
Okay, good. Now it's Shoptik Dasgupta.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak on the topic 0. As my previous speakers has already spoken about the past ancient history of the 0, that 0 is a Babylonian and a Mayan inscription concept, which at that time was currently used for the calculation of the passage of time. But I would like to add in all those things also, means now in today's world, 0 plays a big or very huge role unknowingly in our education life. Means as everybody has spoken in maths, but first let's start with the names of the zeros that are mainly in every country they used to call 0 in different names. Means in English we usually know 0 as ZERO. In UK it is mainly known as NOUGHT, NOUGHT, and then in US it is known as NAUGHT, not. In different countries, 0 by seeing the names we can understand the role and the importance of 0 in different countries. Then comes the role in maths of 0. Without 0, the maths cannot begin. As Prithviraj has told that the origin and the infinity lies within 0. Means if we just turn around 1 0 to other side, it becomes infinity. Like that only in our coordinate geometry system, our origin is 0 0. If we want to go in the negative side or in the positive side, one has to start from the 0. One cannot start from the positive end and go towards the negative end. In our computers, the whole computer system is based on 0 and 1. 1 means true and 0 means false. Without this 0 concept, means number 0, the whole computer system would have fallen down. It plays a huge role in the computers as more that means we have a 0 numbering index system. Means in when an array was created, it was the first digit, means the first array element is numbered as 0, not as 1, because 0 is the main basic fundamental of the computers. Then if we come to chemistry, means in the science section, then we have the zeroth law of thermodynamics, which was formulated after the first, second, and third law of thermodynamics, and thus it plays a huge and important role in the thermodynamic section of the science division. In biology also, we have a intention called known as zero order intentionality. It shows no intention of anything at all. Means if anyone means someone's intention has no intention of something, that order of disability is known as zero order intentionality. It is discovered in biology. Like this, zero plays a huge role in our calendar system also. Means the year zero is used in some calendar system like astronomical year. In Hindu and Buddhist calendars also, zero is the concept of zero is there. Like this, zero, I would like to say that zero lies at the heart of science, engineering, and mathematics. Without this zero, the whole concept of this world could have been nothing. Means the another name of zero is nil, which we used to say that without this, the concept, the whole entire universe could have been nil. Means the education system would have fallen down, and nothing could have we have reached this far. By telling this, I would like to end my speech, and I would like my next speaker to help me throw some other lights on this topic.
Good, very good. Rishindra Mukherjee. Rishindra Mukherjee. Rishindra is absent, I guess. Rajshri. Raj.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Rajshri, and today I'm here to discuss on topic zero. First of all, I completely agree to whatever the points my team member shared, and in continuation to that, I would like to add that zero can be nothing to somebody and everything to the others. It's all about how we think about zero. It's a game of perception and perspective, and I think that zero is everything, as it holds a great importance in almost all the walks of our life. Like, if we just look around, we could see that most of the things present in front of us, like the sun, the earth, they all resembles the shape almost similar to that of the zero. Not only considering its shape, zero as a number, symbol, or a concept has been of indeed great importance and is known worldwide for its significant usage. As Pritha already said, that zero discovered by Aryabhat has a great impact in the field of academics, be it a world of mathematics where we start counting from zero. Now, suppose if there would be no zero, I guess there would be no one, no number system, and hence no maths. But the invention of zero furthermore led to the invention of new facts, new figures, new theses, and which took mathematics to almost a great level. And Pritha has already mentioned that zero is one of the digits that is used in binary coding. So I guess that it has a key role to play in today's digital world also. Now, let us think of zero basically as a concept. Now, when anybody says that I have a zero level of understanding on this topic, or I have a zero skills on this topic, what does that mean? They feel quite low and quite sad in that situation. But I guess that's not the point to be sad, because that is the new beginning. I think that an open mind and a fresh mind can grasp the new topics, new concepts in a quite a fresh way, and that enables creativity in them. Many of our friends have already told that it's a point between a negativity and positivity. My perspective is that zero holds a positive significance, because the every low life in the points are actually a trigger which acts as a trigger to overcome all the negativities that we have in our life, and gives us sense to achieve more success, more heights in our life. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, after Rajshri, Pammi Kumari. Pammi Kumari.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to discuss the topic zero. As Samanthi has said, the idea of nothing being something is used for the invention of zero. In India, there was a deep culture in the idea of nothing being something. In India, we call it nirvana as a stage of nothingness where all worries and desire go.
Apart from
So why?
if you please keep your microphones off. Yeah, Pammi, continue.
Okay, ma'am. So why not? We have a symbol of a nothing. That symbol was called Shunya, a word still used today to mean both nothing as a concept and zero as a number. As Ritika has said, zero is in circular shape. According to me, zero in circular shape because it signifies the circle of a life. The zero started to be used as a placeholder to signify nothing in a place. But Brahmagupta gave the first rule to deal with zero, and it gives a whole new wonderful field of a mathematics. As Prithi has said that zero has lacked its numerical value, but I would like to say numerical does not retract zero's identity as a number because there is an analogy. Zero is to math as black is to color. Black is the lack of color as zero is the lack of numerical value. Although black is still irritatively a color. Applying the same principle to zero, the lack of numerical value does not retract zero's identity as a number. Where would we be if zeros was not invented? No calculus, no accounting, no computer, no maths, nerds scratching their heads still trying to crack a theorem like zero sum game, zero gravity, ground zero, project zero, zero hour. Everything was invented with the help of a zero. So I would like to say zero is a great useful things. That's all from my side.
Okay. Next, Shaista Tabassum.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pammi, for your opinion. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shaisata Basu. My topic is zero, and I want to add few points from my side. As my previous speaker said, that zero was invented by Aryabhatta, who is a great mathematician in ancient India, and also zero is called as shunya in Sanskrit. First of all, we have to know the meaning of zero. So sometimes zero called as nil or nothing, and it is symbolized by round shape. We can also say that zero has its own power in itself. Like if we put zero before any number, it doesn't change any significant value to that number. But if we put zero after any number, it changes their significant value. We also symbolize zero also symbolize a new beginning because people start from nothing scratch, and zero is also the end point where everything is finished. And as my previous speaker said that about the importance of zero in mathematics, like zero is a real number, integer number, and natural number as well. It also a diversion point between positive number and negative number. Apart this, we also use zero in electronics equipments like computer. We all know that computer understand binary coding, and zero is one of the two digit we use in the binary coding. Binary coding is We also use binary coding in the digital communication, and uh, today world we all are surrounded by digital equipments and electronic equipments like phone, TV, clock, computer, etc. So we can say that the zero lies in almost every aspect of our life, and we also surrounded by zero from mathematics to modern world. Um, that's all from my side. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Okay. Shrishab Ghoshal.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am, and good morning to my all fellow members.
Good
Ma'am, am
afternoon.
I audible?
It's afternoon right now. Yeah, you're
Oh,
audible.
sorry. It's afternoon.
Hmm.
Okay, as my fellow members said, I agree with all of my fellow members what they said about zero, and they said about the history of zero also, how Aryabhatta invented, and from the and when it's first recorded, uh, all. um, Zero also zero, as they said, zero has a great significance in digital world of today. The zero, it is the basic number in binary coding. The binary coding that the zero coding exam used in digital world, computer application and digital communication, and anything which involves digital circuits. Zero has a great significance. And if we want to say the zeros, zero also represent the new beginning of our new beginning in our life. If we feel low, uh, we are feel low of no importance, but we hold positive significance as a low in life point, a trigger, and overcome the
What happened? Why did you stop suddenly,
hello,
Isha?
hello, hello,
Yes,
ma'am.
you're audible. Yeah.
Oh, hello,
Yes, you're audible, Sumit.
zero. Hello, ma'am. I'm audible.
Yes, you're
Hello.
audible. You're
Okay,
audible,
ma'am.
Sumit. You're audible.
Yes, then zero has many significance in our life. Like zero is also used in science, physics, and chemistry in all things. Zero, like if we say about gravity, if there is zero gravity represent the weightlessness, and zero is also the freezing point of the water. And and like that, zero has many significance and many it is a useful tool in mathematics and physics. So I it has many names in different sports also. Like in soccer it is called as nil, tennis and badminton it's called as love, or in cricket it calls as duck. If any player out in zero, then it's called as duck in cricket. uh, the, like that, we can use zero in many different ways, and it has immense significance in our life. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Good try. Shubhajit Chatterjee. Shubhrajit Chatterjee. Is Shubhrajit Chatterjee present? I think Shubhrajit, since you're not responding, if I'm going to mark you absent because I cannot hear your response. Even if you are online, you should respond. Okay, now we will start with members of Group B. We finished with Group A. We would start with Group B. Okay. The first member of Group B, Shorjo Roy. We would start with Shorjo.
Okay, ma'am. First of all, ma'am, one thing
Shorjo,
is that
speak a bit loudly. Your voice is very low from that end.
ma'am, am I audible clearly now?
Yeah, you're audible, but I think you should turn up your audio. Like the speaker
How
volume is.
come did ma'am that
Now,
I
now,
think
now it's okay.
Excuse
okay.
me, ma'am.
Ma'am, first I have
Just
hello.
a minute. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, Sweshna.
Shuheshna.
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, I have updated the list. Rohan and Shreya is also in Group A, and I sent you in the mail.
Rohan and Shreya.
Yes, ma'am. Sent you in the mail.
Yes, ma'am. I'm already on it.
The last mail which I received, that I already
Ma'am, that
updated
was,
it.
ma'am,
There,
11th, I sent you a mail.
let me just check. Just a moment. Rohan Chandra Das and Shreya Biswas.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, they have been added last week only.
Okay. Then let me, are they present? Rohan and Shreya, are you present?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Rohan. I'm present.
Okay. Let me, Shorjo, wait for some time then. Let me just
Okay, ma'am.
take their
Okay, ma'am.
assignment and then I will start with you. Okay? Only
Okay, ma'am.
Rohan Chandra and Shreya Biswas. Okay. Roll number 61 and 44, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rohan, you start.
Okay, ma'am. I'm audible
Yeah, you're audible.
clearly. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you. Good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity on speaking about zero. I constantly I'm hearing my teammates about and they are talking about the mathematical aspect, ancient aspect. I just want to talk about some geographical aspect. Now, what does zero indicates? Topic zero means the universe and most of the heavenly bodies are round and zero is also round. Our earth is round and sun is round. So round means zero. Like most of the eggs, most of the fruits, everything is zero. Due to zero, therefore everything is mortal. No, zero depends exceptional things in universe like Earth, Sun, Moon, planets. All the things are round. Even the orbits in which re, uh, there is, or should I say, the revolution of the all planets takes in all the orbits. They are all zero. Even businessman sees figure of profit with zero, but with different shapes. No, I think everything starts with zero and ends with zero. Even the smallest number starts with zero. Man born with empty hands and rest in grave empty hands. This is the end of life. Means zero is the start of everything and end of everything. Zero has its own importance. Like if we add zero before a mathematical word, the entire number will be changed. No, I mean to say, after if we add zero after any number, the entire meaning will be changed. But if we add zero before any number, it will remain the same. So we have to think two times when we use zero. Like there is also a scheme which I heard in like 2017 or 18. Our honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji added a scheme for poor people, those who want to open account with zero balance. Means if the balance is zero, their account will not be terminated. This facility was provided by the SBI Bank. Also zero has major role in math, like system, like all my teammates were speaking about computer, like computer understands only 0 and 1. During coding, 0 and 1 plays an important role. There will be, then we will get the knowledge about zero. In my opinion, zero is origin of everything. It has a paramount importance. Nowadays many terms are coined with the help of zero, such as zero figure, zero tolerance area. Also it is important in computer language. In science, all the calculation are used, all the calculation uses zero as a initial point. Like in physics, we use initial and final points. Sometimes initial is always taken as zero. So in science terms, or should I say in space, we can't calculate without zero. In ancient times, in India, astrology, astronomy, and everything is based upon zero. So fundamental calculations always start with zero. Now I want to give my another teammate to give few points about this.
About this
Thank you.
topic. Very good. Good. Rohan, why didn't you attend the classes previously?
Ma'am, only last night I came to Asansol because the internet connection in my area was very poor. It has a next like zero uploading speed I was getting. So that's why no video call, nothing I was getting. So
Don't
right
miss.
now I'm in Asansol, so I can talk to you clearly about this.
Yeah, since right now you're in Asansol, from now onwards, try to attend the classes. Don't
Yes,
miss it.
ma'am, obviously.
Okay.
Thank
Shreya Biswas. Shreya Biswas. Yes, Shreya, are you there? Shreya Biswas, roll number 44. Okay, since Shreya is inaudible and I don't think she is present, I will start with members of Group B. In Group B, there are apart from Srishti Priyadarshini, Tanmoy Mukherjee and Sumanya Chaudhary, they are also added. Okay. So you people, I believe you people are properly ready for the assessment. So I will start with Shorjo now. Shorjo, you can start your topic.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Am I audible clearly now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am, first of all, and good afternoon to all my fellow friends and my group members. Myself, Shorjo Roy, from EC final year, going to start our topic of discussion for today for our group. And I hope that I can serve as a good starter so that the main course can be followed and enjoyed thoroughly. So let's start. Meanings when taken.
Shorjo, you
Thing is that our topic for today, let me.
yeah, in between your voice, like there was a lack of uh, voice. I couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat it once again?
I was introducing the topic of today, that's 1 + 1 = 11.
Okay.
Ma'am, please let me know if I'm inaudible in between.
Yeah. You were inaudible in between. Suddenly you go. That's what I told you to repeat once again. You can
Okay,
start.
ma'am, please, ma'am, do feel free to intervene, ma'am, if I'm inaudible.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's start. Meanings, when taken literally, can in many situations lead us to wrong places, and we need an abstract approach to reflect on those topics. An abstract approach is actually needed so that we can get a virtual imagery of the agenda. And our agenda for today is also no difference to it. Coming to the topic, I would discuss about a few of the approaches that could be undertaken to analyze the same. Talking about the first one, right? The first one can be, we all know the story of United We Stand, Divided We Fall since our very childhood. Just for reference, let us take digit 1 as a stick. Let's consider it as a stick. It looks like a stick only. Let's consider it as a stick, long stick. Well, the thing can be broken easily. Add another stick. It becomes double tougher to break. Now, it's now the thing is that if we tie those two strings to, if we tie those two sticks together tightly around with a rope, in that case, it becomes exponentially tougher to break those two sticks. Not double times, but exponentially tougher. That can be justified, and the concept can be corresponded that it has got to an 11th position, means it has got to its 11th strength. Thus, it talks about unity. Now, my second approach would be of about coordinations. Let's talk about a football match for an example. It has 11 players on the field, but each player knows his or her role for the team, and none of them drain the individuality. All of them are very much indispensable for getting a team to the winning position. This example shows and reflects the importance of coordination and individuality. Just like two ones remain in 11 together to constitute a larger number as a unit, but none of the ones in 11 have different shapes than other than one. They both are one only. They don't lose their individuality. So individuality is very much important to sustain and means to get aside from the crowd, to make oneself noticeable, and at the same time work in a team. Talking about my third approach, it's more about dealing with human psychology. Suppose an employee is given a single-handed responsibility for a huge project, and he or she has to do the work with utmost accuracy and give delivery within a challenging deadline. It is these trying times that's when a person actually gets to his or her emotional breaking point, and a friend or colleague psychological support comes into play. Believe me, one person is enough to save that person from psychological breakdown and depressions. That small support travels a long path in rejuvenating the sufferer. In that case, 1 plus 1 is worth more than 2. Considering the first one as a sufferer and the second one as a supporter, here 1 plus 1 is worth much more than 2. Here it can be considered as 1 plus 1 is 11. And uh, that is and that again brings out our very topic, that again comes back to our very topic of today. That's 1 plus 1 equals to 11. So without any further delay, I would like to continue the discussion about the topic, and thanking everyone from my side. Let's pass that topic to my fellow group members. Thank you.
Good. Okay, now we will start with Shriparna. After Shorjo, it's Shriparna. Shriparna Ghosh.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Sorry. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, everyone. I am Shriparna Ghosh of ECE 4th year, and I would like to add on to the few crucial points which my previous speaker elaborated. First of all, I want to thank him for, highlighting such crucial points in such a beautiful way. Well, as he was going through a few examples, one example came into my mind. Like, we used to do a small experiment of tuning forks in our physics lab, I remember. And the basic idea of that tuning fork was that two tuning forks, when vibrate on the same frequency, they harness energy. And that energy is beyond their own individual energy. Well, the concept I want to clear is that if we work together, we human being as a social being, if we work together and if we work in the same alignment or same frequency, we can do wonders. Like, we can do something more than we would have done if we were individual. Now, by saying that, I don't mean that I mean that the thinking procedure or what I believe or what I say has to match, like completely equal, has to match with the another person. I'm just telling that whatever I feel, whatever I speak, that second person should able to understand me, and I should also understand that person. Now, this, as he was saying, the three approaches, it was very, he gave a very good example of the personal approaches, like in our personal lives or in our professional life. We this is such a basic idea we go through. Like, we need to inculcate this basic idea in our day-to-day lives, be it in our personal relationship, be it in our professional relationship. This is so basic that in nowadays we are actually forgetting this. Like in India, whatever things, political things or political crashes or political chaos is going on, I feel that we are losing this basic idea which we are being taught since childhood. Why there should be so much conflict with whatever I think and whatever the other person thinks? There shouldn't be any conflict. We need to understand each other and we need to work. That will make 11, one my perspective of mine and others perspective will make something more. So I would that's all from my side. I would like to pass on to this discussion to my next members.
Very good, Shriparna. Next is Snehil Srivastav.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon to all my group members. Myself, Snehil Srivastav, and here today my topic of discussion is 1 and 1 makes 11. As already my group members have spoken about this topic, and my first group member, Shorjo, he's spoken about unity. So yes, I agree with him, and I can relate it to unity. All of us know that unity is strength. Like it's 1 and 1 11. Like if one we know that 1 is a smaller number, like it's we will consider in a numerical value, then value of 1 is very small. But if 1 and 1 it comes together, then it becomes 11, whose value in the mathematical is much more greater than 1. So it's actually puts a light into strength. And then we can also say that when two persons join as a team, the combined output exceeds the total output of the two working separately. So it's very important for any team or any group, like whatever is the area, whichever is the field, like it's whether sports, corporate world, it's very important to work together and to understand each other, like Shri Parna stated. And we also, like, when we are united, then we can surmount any challenges and accomplish any goal. Let's take an example of an organization. Like in organization, teamwork makes the business runs like a well-oiled machine, ultimately propelling it to a greater success, which is essential if sustainable growth is on the goal agenda, and it reflected in the company's bigger picture. And we can also take an example of a football game. Like the group of the players in the game of football is a team. Even if the forward players play very well, but if the goal keeper contribution is weak, like he didn't play well, so the team will lose. The team is not going to win. So lastly, I want to say that teamwork, in the teamwork, all the members have to be inspired by one goal, and they have to focus on one goal only, and the performance of each member inspired by depends on the contribution of each of the other members. Like all have to contribute in that to achieve a goal. So lastly, I want to conclude that in teamwork, 1 and 1 it makes 11, which is unity and which is equivalent to strength. Ma'am, that's all from my side, and I would like to pass it to another members.
Okay, good. Somnath Chatterjee.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Somnath Chatterjee. Is this Somnath Chatterjee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Good
audible. You can start.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am, and my fellow peers. Let's begin the topic 1 and 1 makes 11. Before telling anything about the subject discussion, I would at first give a big thanks to ma'am for choosing such an interesting topic which conveys very in-depth meaning for the technical personnels like us. Like my previous speaker says, very lucid and limpid way, that the verbatim meaning of the topic is that united we stand. That is, our strength for doing anything will be enhanced manifold when we put our efforts jointly. Team efforts of any project converges all the individual forces, leading to produce a greater force, which of course here here the success is bound to come at the earliest in comparison to the individual brilliance. In practical field also, lots of instances are out there where team endeavor of any scientific or technical plan or project always gets success faster. For example, we can take in account the collaboration of Hero and Honda, Maruti and Japanese automobile manufacturer Suzuki. Nowadays, even the YouTube collabs are also very much in the go, where two YouTubers merge and promote each other in terms of enriching their contents and getting better traffic of viewers. Even the online games like PUBG, Counter-Strike use or rather utilize the terms like synergy and team. So naturally, one question that arises in our mind is why? And the answer is also very simple. We all know that one human being can't be omniscient. Yeah, he can be jack of all trades, but simultaneously master of none. So in teamwork, one member's weakness is eclipsed by another member's strength. And this combined effort mingled with greater and better ideas and conception of other team members generates a synergic effect, which ultimately helps us out to overcome the obstacles and hindrances, be it in terms of lack of manpower, technical excellence, or financial deficiencies, with much more ease and without losing their own touch of uniqueness. So, in my perspective, In this highly cutthroat competition of the market, this should not only be the prime way of surviving, but also thriving and ruling. And I totally agree with what Sorjo stated that one and one worth even more than the two. Thank you, ma'am.
Good.
I'd like to hear from other team members now.
Yeah, very good, Shomnath. Showman Mondol.
Yes, ma'am.
Showman Mondol.
Yes, ma'am. I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah, you're audible, but your voice was very low. Showman, just turn up the volume.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hello. It's okay now?
Yeah, now you're audible. Now you're audible, clearly audible.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Soman Mandal. I would like to everyone for giving me this opportunity. 1 and 1 makes 11. Yeah, that is my topic. Any type of tasks can be done individually, but in teamwork, that tasks can be splendidly done. Because single person can do average and limited work, but in teamwork, you can have lots of ideas. Each mind will think in different and creative manner to fulfill that task more efficiently and more effectively. So teamworks are always successful. In teamwork, we learn how to coordinate and communicate. We can also learn that how to address problem and to find more effective solutions. Teamwork gives us a deep understanding of how to conduct group discussions and respect of ideas and respect of other teammates and many more things. Through teamwork, the most important that you became able to give chance to your teammates to come forward and enough space that they can freely convey their ideas. So that's all from my side, and I would like to hear others.
Okay. Next, Shomili Rakshit.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to one and all present over this meeting. My name is Shomili Rakshit, and today we are here to discuss about the topic that 1 and 1 makes 11. Thank you all my group mates who have said that before, who have actually discussed the topic in such a beautiful manner. I do feel the same that it's actually means that unity is strength. And what Shoujo started with, it reminded me about the story that we were told in our moral education class. A story where the sick old man who had four quarreling brothers, he actually thought of giving them a lesson because they always used to quarrel. So he thought of giving them a lesson on his deathbed, which he did by saying them to break a bundle of sticks, and none of them were able to break. The last one, the youngest one, he thought that we can't break all of them together, so he chose one and one stick, and then he started to break it. So by that he felt that okay, my father is going to give me all those properties and all those things because he was in his deathbed, and so he thought. But then his father said that you are here to learn a lesson. That is, when you all are individuals, one can easily hurt you all. But when you are all together, one cannot hurt you in that very way. One cannot fool you. So that's what I got to remember when Shoujo started with his topic. And absolutely agreed to Shriparna when she said that we should have followed this, that unity is strength, divided we fall, and united we stand. If we have followed this from beginning, then this political clashes and this riots and all those misunderstandings which took place regarding the discrimination in caste, creed, or religions wouldn't have taken place, because all is one and one is all. And what I feel, this topic actually is very relatable in our present scenario, even because in this pandemic, if we all were not united by following those protocols given by the government, by wearing masks, by washing our hands regularly, if we hadn't followed this, then the rate at which the pandemic had spread would have also engulfed all of us. But we had followed that and we had been very serious about it. All of us had been very serious about it. So we were in this position now that we can actually open schools and go to places, but otherwise it won't be possible. Even if we take the case like the vaccinations going on, that won't have been possible if all those scientists haven't come together and thought of these ideas and thought of making this vaccines available to all of us. So all these things ensures us that when we are united as together, then we can work wonders. And about teamwork, which Snehal and Shomnath said, it was absolutely right that when we are working in a team, our goal is one, and that's what makes us 1 and 1 11. Like a football player, someone described that in football match, we not just the first player who is playing is responsible, but a goalkeeper is also responsible for winning that football match. So in a way, a teamwork is always important. And that's all I had to say. I want to pass this discussion to my next groupmate for knowing more about it. Thank you.
Saurabh Das. Saurabh Das. Saurabh Kundu.
Good afternoon.
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Saurabh Das.
Oh, Saurabh Das. Okay. When I called your
Hello.
name, you did not respond. Okay, Saurabh, now I can hear you, Saurabh Das. You can start. When I called your name, you did not respond, so I shifted to the next person. Saurabh Das, you can start.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah,
And
good afternoon.
hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saurabh Das. First of all, I would like to thank all my speakers, and I like to add points in the topic 1 and 1. If we write down the and 1 next to, they would the actual meaning of this is unity is strength, and I think that this this phrase is people from
Somebody else's microphone is
For
turned on. Please check your own microphone and turn it off. Only Saurabh Das and my microphone will be on right now. I'm the speaking. Yeah, Saurabh, continue.
Okay, ma'am. When different walks of life came together, we call it unity. And when then we can overcome any challenges, accomplish any goal. It is always easy to complete a task with a resources than a single one. And together we'll always be strong mentally and emotionally also. Amazing things can be when there is teamwork, mutual support. As an example, I want to add a little fact. When Britishers were ruling India, they were ruling in India. Britishers Britishers were so anxious by the Indians' unity, so they brought the divide and rule to and unity at a national level, developing the nation and to act on the development of the nation. That's all from my side, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
To my next. Thank you.
Okay. Saurav Kundu.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all and everyone present over here. I am Saurav Kundu. And first of all, I would like to thank each one of my group members for their speech. And starting on our today's topic is 1 and 1 makes 11. So first of all that comes to our mind is unity. And unity is strength. So unity is strength emphasize that power rests in unity only. And talking about unity, I can give an example like each one of us have 5 fingers in one hand, and thus through these 5 fingers can have a creative power. Like it can make us a musician, a writer, an artist, and painter, anything. So the only difficulty comes when we divide the power of an individual finger. So then again, unity creates among us the sense of belongingness. Even the difficult and the darkest situation can be conquered fighting against it unitedly. Because having to deal with it single-handedly or solitarily can often end up in defeat that can make an individual more vulnerable to danger or harm. Because we know that togetherness makes things easier and smooth. Then again, another point we can say that unity eliminates barriers of the society, like racism. One cannot discriminate against people. And another example is that this pandemic situation, we have been united against a virus, and now it's finally spreading slowly. Then unity, we can say that unity inspires us. Being together with others, we can get inspired regarding many such of our personal and professional matters. Then talking about motivation, working as a team brings us a lot of encouragement, and encouragement leads to hard work, and hard work can lead to accomplishment of goals. Then again, we have seen the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement has been an epitome of women's empowerment and unity amongst the women with similar stories of sexual indecency and assault and harassment. Lastly, I can say that why unity is so significant. Because unity requires endurance. As a whole, we realize that unity shields us from all kinds of hardships. Thus, if we face together negative things, and when we stand together, we get to be more reliable. And there goes the saying that united we stand and divided we fall. So yes, unity is strength, and that how it makes 1 and 1 11. Thank you, ma'am. That's all.
Saurav Tiwari.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and everyone present here. I am Saurabh Tiwari from EC Department, final year. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on the topic 1 and 1 makes 11. As my teammates have already said and discussed that unity is strength, I would like to add few more points to it. As we all know that unity is strength when two persons join as a team and their combined output exceeds the total output of the two working as separately. In a teamwork, we have seen that all the members have to be inspired by one goal, and also the performance of each member depends on the contribution of each of other members. As we see